Across the country, energy prices are climbing more than twice as fast as inflation.
Millions of New Jersey households could see a rate hike ranging anywhere from roughly 17 to 20%.
Well, that was quite a surprise. We just got confirmation that inflation is picking up steam once again. Now that's concerning news, because the cost of living has already been putting pressure on people nationwide. In fact, one recent survey found that 86% of Americans are stressed about grocery prices. But it's not just food costs that are climbing. We're getting hit with double-digit price increases across the board, and that's having serious consequences. Our standard of living is taking a hit month after month, and the middle class continues to shrink. On Thursday, we learned that the Producer Price Index, which measures final demand goods and services prices, jumped 0.9% for the month, and that's compared with the Dow Jones estimate for a 0.2% gain. It was the biggest monthly increase since June 2022. Excluding food and energy prices, core PPI rose 0.9% against the forecast for 0.3%. Excluding food, energy, and trade services, the index was up 0.6%. That's the biggest gain since March 2022. Such a large change in just 1 month was pretty unexpected. When Rick Santelli of CNBC heard the news, he had quite the reaction.
We're a couple seconds away, folks, from our July release of the Producer Price Index. Headline number is whoppingly big. Oh, my goodness. Up 0.9%. Up 0.9. And if you strip out food and energy, guess what? It's still up 0.9. Boy, that equals June of 22. You're to March of 22 on the headline to find a bigger number. On the core number, that would comp to March of 22, since we've had a number of that magnitude when it was 1.2%. These are kind of COVID-distorted numbers.
So, what would happen if the Producer Price Index rises by 0.9% every month for the next 12 months? That would put us at a 10.8% annual rate, and we'd officially be in Jimmy Carter territory. Another point worth mentioning is that the government numbers always understate the true rate of inflation by a significant margin, and we can clearly see evidence of this all around us. Right now, electricity prices are climbing from coast to coast. For example, New Jersey residents just got hit with price hikes of between 17 and 20%. One local woman says that her electricity bill is now $200 more than it used to be, saying, "I was shocked. So to say the least, I'm very disappointed. This is killing us, and every time you turn around, it's something more. You only get little pleasures in life that you enjoy, and my air conditioner is one of them." New Jersey's electric bills currently rank 12th highest in the nation, according to the Wall Street Journal, with prices sitting roughly 15% higher than the national average. Air conditioning is rapidly becoming a luxury item. Not everyone will be able to afford it anymore. Beef has also become a luxury. It's been reported that last month the price of beef hit yet another new all-time high. According to the latest Consumer Price Index, which the Bureau of Labor Statistics published on Tuesday, the Beef and Veal Index rose by 2.5% in July, compared to 0.2% for the broader food category. This capped an 11.3% increase over the past 12 months. Meanwhile, the price of ground beef and uncooked beef steaks has risen by 11.5% and 12.4% respectively, both now at absolute record levels. Now, I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, so this really bothers me. When I see prices that supermarkets are charging us now, it's pretty shocking. The other day, a Twitter user known as Marley Ploufkins posted a concerning photo that she took at a local Publix. $45? $45? Really? It's hard to believe the prices that we're seeing now, but they're only going to go higher. Speaking of going higher, millions of Americans are about to get hit with much higher health insurance premiums. A perfect storm of rising healthcare costs, expensive new drugs, and the scheduled end of enhanced federal subsidies could drive Obamacare's Affordable Care Act, the ACA, and marketplace premiums to their steepest levels in years and hit more than 24 million Americans in their wallets. According to a new analysis of insurers' 2026 filings by Peterson KFF's Health System Tracker, the median proposed premium hike across 312 marketplace insurers is 18%. Most increases range from 12% to 27%, with more than 125 insurers seeking hikes of 20% or more. That's the sharpest climb since 2018. Final rates will be locked in by late summer 2025. Health insurance premiums are already way out of control, and now they want to hit us with double-digit increases again. This is the reality of the economy that we live in now. In this environment, even sending your kids to summer camp can put you deep into debt. 2/3 of parents who need summer child care say they struggle to afford it, and 62% of parents go into debt to cover summer child care, camps, and activities, according to a recent survey of more than 600 parents conducted by LendingTree, an online lending marketplace. Parents in the survey said they spend almost $900 per child on summer care, and nearly half said they cut back on other expenses like dining out and entertainment just to offset the cost. Today, most of the country is living paycheck to paycheck, and now that economic conditions are slowing down, we're seeing foreclosures start to spike just like we did in 2008 and 2009. For example, growing numbers of Las Vegas homeowners are falling into foreclosure as soaring prices and economic pressures hit the city. In Clark County, 200 default notices were filed in June, an increase of 32% from the same month last year, according to a research report from the University of Nevada's Lead Center for Real Estate. Default notices are filed after a property owner falls behind on their mortgage payments and indicates the start of the foreclosure process. That's why it's so important to have an emergency fund. If you lose your job, you need to have something to fall back on. Unfortunately, mass layoffs are happening all over the nation, and the competition for any good jobs that are available has become intense. Some people that are unemployed have been applying for hundreds and hundreds of jobs without any success. I shared an example of this the other day. Here's another example. Emmanuel Barcenas feels like he's falling behind. At 25, he'd like to be living in his own place, saving money for the future, making enough money to take a date out to dinner. Instead, 2 years after he graduated with a computer science bachelor's degree from the Illinois Institute of Technology, he's unemployed, living with his parents in the suburbs of Chicago. Despite having applied to more than 900 jobs, from secretary positions to a roll out of prison, he's gotten only a handful of interviews. I want to be an adult, he said. I need to lock in, I need to move forward, but right now, I'm just stunted. I'm trying my best, but I guess my best isn't good enough. You know, sometimes it feels like we're all playing a very challenging game of musical chairs. Every time the music stops, more seats are being removed and more people fall out of the middle class. If you still have your seat in the middle class, hold on to it tightly because tougher times may be ahead. I've been warning for years about the damage that was being done to the middle class, but we just kept going down the same path, and now look at what's happened. The numbers don't lie. When you see a 0.9% monthly jump in producer prices, something we haven't seen in over 2 years, it gets your attention. When you see electricity bills jumping 17 to 20% in a single state, that's real money. coming out of people's pockets. When beef prices are hitting record highs month after month, families have to make tough choices about what to put on the dinner table. These aren't just statistics in a government report. These are real impacts on real families trying to make ends meet in an increasingly expensive world. The healthcare premium increases coming down the pipeline are particularly concerning. An 18% median increase, with some insurers pushing for 27% or more. For families already struggling with rising costs across the board, that's going to be a major hit to household budgets. And let's be honest about what's happening in the job market. When college graduates with technical degrees are applying to 900 plus jobs and still can't find work, something is seriously wrong with the economic picture we're painting. The foreclosure uptick in places like Las Vegas should be a warning sign. We've seen this movie before, and it did not end well, did it? When people start losing their homes because they can't keep up with the payments, that's usually a sign that broader economic troubles are brewing. These are such troubled times, and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Michael Snyder's new book, entitled 10 Prophetic Events That Are Coming Next, is available in paperback and for the Kindle on Amazon.com. And you can subscribe to his Substack newsletter at michaeltsnyder.substack.com.